Well now, I don't rightly know if this will ruffle any feathers, but folks deserve to hear the story straight. And by straight, I mean the way we tell it down at the feed store. Good evening, friends and neighbors. This is Kitty O'Compost coming to you live from the Cloverleaf Ballroom at the Hotel Butterbean, right here in Clabberton, Iowa. Tonight, we're tapping our toes to the sweet sounds of Dottie Mae Holloway and her barn dance harmonizers. She's opening with a crowd favorite, Two-Step Through the Turnips. Folks, we've just received an urgent bulletin that I wish was about pie prices, but no. This one comes straight from the Baesamen Institute for Genetic Purity. Seems our beloved canine activist Pedro has been officially flagged for carrying genetic traces of historical dissenters. Now, a Baesamen spokesperson did say, and I'm quoting here, "We're not saying he's Che Guevara's dog, but we're not saying it." The Institute claims Pedro may be up to 12% revolutionary, basing this on, get this, irregular tail wags at peace rallies and what they call suspicious eye contact with farm workers. The Bureau for Domestic Calm warns that continued investigation could lead to Frisbee confiscation and, brace yourself, mandatory obedience re-education. Further bulletins will be issued as events warrant. In the meantime, hug your dogs, folks, and maybe don't let them borrow your beret. Hi, friends, and welcome back to Pieces Here. I'm Avis Kolfsbeck, author of the Pedro the Water Dog Saves the Planet series. Don't worry, Pedro's safe and sound. We're in launch week for Mono Mutante, Book 6 of the Pedro the Water Dog Saves the Planet series, an exuberant, dirt-splattered food adventure with a conscience. All this week, I'm sharing short excerpts that capture the humor, the heartbreak, and the hope behind this eco-satirical road trip through the monoculture Midwest. Enjoy the episode. If you're ready to jump in, you can find Mono Mutante wherever books are sold or at aviskolfsbeck.com/mono-mutante. This is an excerpt from Chapter 10 of Mono Mutante. "How's the finger?" Tilly asks. "It hurts. I took that last downhill like a pro. That tree root caught my tire," Camas says, showing her skinned knee. "The helmet cam caught the whole thing. Maybe easy on the beer tomorrow? Anyway, I had a thought as we rode. Shoot. You know the preppers in Sandglass? You mean the preppers everywhere? Yeah, I don't know much about them, but I know they worry about the end of the world, and I know most of them have guns, and some of those guns are killing people, but that's not what this is about. Then what?" Camas takes a swig. "They stockpile, right? They teach survival skills preparing for some cataclysmic event. SHTF. What? They're preparing for when the shit hits the fan," Camas says with food in her mouth. "SHTF, okay. But what if they could help the slow food movement? They believe in individual, small-scale food production. What if we met them where they are? Say more. Let's pretend that you and Josh think the world is coming to an end and that we need to build a wall because a person of color is coming to take your job. Josh is black, not sure this fits. Just pretend. And you don't want to have anything to do with a tofu-eating woman of color like me, but you think climate change will kill us before racism does, so he's in. Okay. You've got 3 little unvaccinated kids, hungry, growing, adorable. I like kids," she says wistfully. "Mine will believe in science. Sure. You open YouTube and there's a step-by-step guide to soil prep, seed saving, and composting. You start growing enough food to feed the neighborhood. You barter, you teach others. We start our own channel. What am I growing?" Camas asks. "Everything. Rest assured more than GMO corn. What do we call it? C&J Acres? Guru Goddess Greens? Patanjali Peaches?" Camas says in a slow southern drawl. "I can build back better with my Make American Great Again victory garden." Yes, and soon your neighbors are baking with your peaches, you're trading pizza crusts for greens, and suddenly you're not self sufficient, you're community sufficient. I like it better than hiding in a bunker with powdered cheese. Right? To green dreams and radical neighbors. Tilly raises her aluminum bottle. Camas clinks it with her beer. Thank you for listening to Pieces Here. Mono Mutante Book 6 in the Pedro the Water Dog Saves the Planet series is available now at all major online retailers and at avaskolfsbeck.com/mono-mutante. It's a wild satirical ride through food, farming, and the messiness of recovery. After this short 8-episode Mono Mutante satire series, coming up next, The Great Disfarmament, a 14-part journey through the history of farming, food systems, weapons, and peace, from ancient spears to seed patents, from Cold War arsenals to compost piles. This bold, story-rich series explores how the world is already moving toward disarmament. Subscribe now so you won't miss an episode. And right now we're live on Kickstarter. Visit avaskolfsbeck.com/Kickstarter to support the launch of One More Year, the stage play, and the Soul Stuff Field Journal, beautiful editions for readers, theaters, and rebels who believe in keeping their stuff and keeping their peace. You can learn more at avaskolfsbeck.com, where I share updates on this podcast and my books, eco-adventure novellas for readers who care about justice, joy, and saving the world, one story at a time. This episode is human narrated by me, but prepared with the help of AI, which has promised to tell me if it makes something up. So far, no confessions, but if you think I've missed something or you just want to say hello, I'd love to hear from you. Podcast music is Dalai Lama Rides a Bike by Javier Peque Rodriguez. You'll find links to his music on Spotify and Bandcamp in the show notes. If you enjoy the show, please leave a rating or review wherever you listen. It helps others discover peaceful, independent storytelling. I'm Avis Kolfsbeck. Until next time, listen for the peace.